So, when I was getting into Stardew Valley, I came across quite a few videos with titles like Things You Should Know About Stardew Valley or Top 10 Things You Probably Didn't Know About Stardew Valley. These videos actually helped me out quite a bit back then because I was still learning how to play the game. But now you can call me Triple H because I'm all about the game and I don't need to watch videos like that anymore. But it does feel like those videos are still being made quite often nowadays, and to be honest, I'm starting to feel like we as a community are not getting the respect that we deserve. Why is it always things we didn't know about Stardew Valley or things we should know about Stardew Valley? Why can't somebody make a video where they give us credit for the things we do know about Stardew Valley? Well, I have had enough. So today I've decided to give myself and all of you a pat on the back, a congratulations, a well done of sorts. I present to you all 10... Actually, that's too much. 7... I present to you all 7 things you probably knew about Stardew Valley, and fair play to you for knowing these things. You definitely know that the farmer has an axe, but did you know that you can use this axe to chop down trees in order to collect wood, saplings, and sap? Yes, you probably did know that. Well done. I actually made it halfway through summer of my first year before I realised I could do that. I spent way too much gold on wood at Robin's house, which brings me on to... Did you know that Robin's house is not just for decoration? You can actually enter her house. That by itself is mind-blowing, but here is where things get crazy. Demetrius also lives in this house, but that's not all. Sebastian lives in this house, and my personal favourite little scientist, Maru, also lives in this house. I don't know why I got so enthusiastic while I was saying that. Anyway, moving on to... Did you know that you aren't restricted to using just the rusty sword that you receive when you first enter the mines? If you manage to find another weapon, you can actually use it. I spent so long believing that the game would delete your save file if you had the audacity to use any weapon besides the rusty sword. That was indeed a certified scallywag moment on my part. This one slightly relates to number 3. Did you know that the fishing rod that Willy gives you on day 2 is not a weapon? Yes, you absolutely did know that. I, however, was completely unaware of this fact, and I assumed it was a weapon for a while. Of course, I couldn't actually check to see if it was a weapon because, as I said, I was under the impression that the only weapon you were allowed to use was the rusty sword. It turns out the fishing rod is actually used for fishing. Who could have guessed? But again, you probably knew that already. You are so smart. I am so proud of you. Did you know that the forage you can find in Stardew Valley is actually booby-trapped? No, you did not know that. Because I made it up. That was a lie. I'm struggling to think of other things to put on this list, so this was just filler. But filler isn't always a bad thing. Case in point, Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. There is a portion of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community that believes that the entirety of that season is filler, but that season is incredible, absolutely phenomenal. I'm going off topic slightly, I apologise. Let's move on to the next one, number 6. So we all saw the farmhouse at the beginning of the game. Now, if you watched the cutscene, then you'd know that the farmhouse and the farm itself belongs to us now after our grandpa gave it to us. However, I did not know this when I first played. I believed that I was trespassing on someone else's property. So I spent the first few days collecting forage and passing out in random spots. I would then wake up in that farmhouse wondering why the game was forcing me to commit the atrocious crime of breaking and entering. It was then that I realised that it was actually my house and it was completely legal for me to be there. I don't know where I'm going with this one. I guess, did you know that the farmhouse and the farm you start off in actually belongs to you? Yes, you did know. Okay, you get the point. And finally, did you know that the crops in this game actually need to be watered every day in order to grow? I feel like that's a bit greedy. The plants have sunlight, they've got a nice open space, they've got some nice dirt to live in, and yet all of that isn't enough for them for some reason. Honestly, I think the crops in this game need a reality check. I'm starting a new trend, the anti-watering crops trend. From this day forward, I will no longer be watering any and all crops that I plant on my farm, and I highly encourage you all to do the same. And there you go. 7 things you probably, definitely knew about Stardew Valley. Once again, congratulations if you knew all of these things. In fact, never mind actually. In fact, congratulations if you knew even one of these 7 things. You're doing a good job. Keep it up. I'm proud of you and you should be proud of yourself. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.